I started releasing content on this channel 1 year ago, and the idea was to create a place where we can look carefully at history, at faith, at the Bible, and come to a better understanding of the foundational aspects of our faith, and then look at some of the practical components that come from that foundation. There's a lot of people out there that have a really twisted version of Christianity, and I was hoping to create a channel that may untwisted some of that. Well, a year has come and gone, and while there have definitely been successes, I've gotten some really good feedback from some of you. Some of the comments have been incredible, and private messages and conversations have been really good. It hasn't nearly been a success either. The main thing for right now is that it's been really draining. It's 20 hours plus per week, and that's on top of my family duties and my church duties, because I'm still pastoring during this. In fact, I need to catch up on some of those pastoral and family duties. So I'm going to be taking a break for this summer. I'm going to be going fishing and hiking. I'm going to be going camping like 2 or 3 times a month with my girls. We're going to build a boat. I'm going to go section hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail. It's going to be a wonderful summer. And I need this time not just to refresh for myself, but also to prepare for the videos that are going to be coming up in the fall. Because yes, I am coming back in September. We're going to do this for another year. But the series that I have in mind require a lot more original research and a lot more preparation than the ones that I've done so far. Because this past year mainly have been about 2 series, about what is the Bible and what is inspiration, with moments that matter and Rwanda thrown in as well. Well, this next year, I'm going to have some moments that matter, absolutely. Going to have some practical application. But what I'm thinking at the moment is focusing again on 2 different series. The first of those series I'm tentatively calling Sanitizing Scripture. Every single biblical translation, or any translation at all, is a series of choices that the translator makes as to how to interpret the text. And the more we understand those choices, the better we can understand both the translation we're using and the original behind it. The Bible has more sex, more violence, more profanity, more just bizarre and disgusting and weird things than we give it credit for. And yet we translate that away so that the Bible meets our expectations of what it should say, instead of us conforming our expectations to what the Bible actually does say. So, gonna take a look at some of those passages that a lot of biblical translations pretend don't exist. And I want to tackle this because the more our expectations of the Bible align with reality instead of what we would like it to say, then the better we can actually understand God and the better we can apply God's truth to our lives. The second series is going to be a look at how we got where we are today in the church. Church history doesn't have to be boring. It's how we got here. Any story can be told just dates and numbers and be boring, but what is missing is the meaning, the context, the purpose, and the impact of those events. So we're going to take a brief look through church history and then start asking the question, why do we have specific things? Why is the sanctuary set up the way it is? Why do we have pastors? Why is it 3 songs and a sermon? Why are there monks and nuns? Why are there so many different denominations? Why is Western Christianity the only branch of Christianity that we talk about? Why do we believe in the Trinity? Or why do different groups take communion in different ways? And the answer to all of these questions come from history and how history continues to impact the present. So I want to take a look at how we have been shaped into who we are today based on what happened in the past. But before I come back in September, before I even take a break for the summer, there's still 2 more videos that are going to be coming up. One is going to be on when should we ignore the Bible? Because we do. But are we ignoring the right parts, or are we just ignoring the things that we don't like? And then 2, does the Bible endorse genocide? After having dealt with Rwanda for a month, this is a really relevant topic. And we need to be able to look carefully at what our own faith and our own holy text says about genocide. There might be a few scattered videos throughout the summer, but for the most part, I'm going to rest, relax, study up, catch up, and get prepared for the next season. And if any of you have any thoughts on any particular series or ideas that you'd like to have covered, just leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it, as well as any general feedback on how this year has gone. So my original goal was to have 1,000 subscribers at this point. And that obviously hasn't happened. I'm at 58 right now, which is a 262% gain from where I was at the beginning of the year. That's a good gain, but it's nowhere near where I was hoping to be. And that's okay. Likewise, viewership for the past year has steadily gone up. Right now, it's almost 300% gain in minutes watched for May of 2018 versus May of 2017. 300% gain is nothing to sneer at. But it's certainly not viral videos all over the place either. Which Christian educational videos are definitely a niche market, and my particular branch is more niche than most, shall we say. So I never expected this to be a raging viral success. I'm just attempting to have it be useful for those who do watch it. And that I think I've done an okay job at. Even though the growth curve isn't what I had been hoping, there definitely is a growth curve, and that gives me quite a bit of optimism, to be honest, and I'll give it another shot for a year. There's still more things that I think need to be said, and hopefully more people will be able to hear them. If you want to help out this channel in the following year, I know I don't say this very often, but subscribing does actually make a difference. You're more likely to see my videos when a new one comes out, and therefore more likely to click on it. Also, just watching regularly makes a big difference. How often YouTube will put someone's video on a homepage, or how high in a search result it will be, is based on basically how often it gets clicked on when people see it. So if you see a video, please watch it. It actually really does help. With such a small pool of people watching, the more shares, the more likes, the more comments, the more click-throughs I get, it really does make a big difference. So thank you to all of you who are. And if you are watching and you like them, please give it a like. It actually does make a difference, and it might show it to somebody else too. But I am also proud, not just of the growth in numbers that Not Quite Lost has had for this year, but in the growth of quality that it's had. If you go back and watch the first couple of videos I made, the editing is worse, the lighting is worse, the sound is worse, the coloration is worse, the reflectivity on lighting, like everything is worse. So I'm happy with the progress that I've made in that sense too. And I'm hoping to continue to improve those things over the summer so that next year's videos will look better, sound better, be better educated, more consistent graphics. As I hope you can see, there's a lot that's going to be packed into the summer, even though I won't be posting videos every single week. But I'll see you in September, and until then, thanks for watching, have a great summer, see you next video.